And I think you'll be able to see all that. Now you could go ahead and turn the water off, but I'm not going to turn the water off this time. I'm going to try to do it a different way. And that different way is I'm just going to loosen this up. I got to pull it out of that hole. Man, I have to. I already need my pliers. Pull this chain bit out. Wow. That's the trickiest part to this, is just getting it off of this hook. And I don't want to be too rambunctious. There it goes. It just came off right there. Okay. Now this flapper, I can lift it up and the water will go out. Okay. But then the water's going to come back in. So I'm just going to take this off really quick like. Got to get the ears off down here. You just have to feel down here and bend it a little bit because it's rubber. Okay. I got the ears off. So you got the ears here and there's a little hook up there and you just have to kind of lift it and bend it off of there. Okay. So I'm going to just take it out. Now this water is just going to keep going. If you want to turn your water off, you can. But see, I can just put this down in there and hook these ears right over. And once that fills up, I've already got it down in there. Okay? Then I have to hold this chain up and hook it. So I got to lift this up here and hook it on here. That's kind of tricky too. Okay, I got it. And now I'll wait for it to go up. And now I want to check this, and I've got way too much slop in the chain. I can tell that. And what I'm going to have to do is lift that up, take that out like that, and then pull on that, get that hook out of there. Make sure you don't lose this hook because I've dropped it down the hole before. And then I've got to use a new one. Okay, so now I've got it hooked again. I'm going to hook it on the end of this. It's a little tricky. Hold your mouth just right. And if you want, you could take off the hooks like this and then hook it. That's easier for you. Okay, that. Now I can set this back down there. I'm getting these ears. There's some hooks that come up. It's kind of hard to show you way down here in the toilet, but it's just that easy. I've already got it hooked on there. And that looks like about the right amount. I still have just a little slop. Usually you want to keep that chain almost tight, but not too tight and not too loose. Okay, I think I have to adjust it one more time, but I'm going to check it out to see. I'm going to go ahead and flush it. And it could work, but I don't like the fact that there's too much chain sitting there. Okay? And so I can undo it again here. If I got too much chain, when the flapper goes back down, it could have a tendency to snag on the chain. I've seen that before. Okay, so now I just have to be careful to know how much further I want to go. I'm gonna go like 2 more chain links. Let's say. Okay. Remember where I'm at. 1 potato, 2 potato, 2 chain links, and I'm going on the 3rd one, so that's got 2. Gonna see what happens there. And I'm gonna end up cutting the length of this extra chain off because that can grab on here and hook and everything. But I'm not gonna do that until I have this exactly where I want. Okay. So yeah, I'm wasting a little bit of water, poor boy. Now I'm looking at it and by Joe, I should have done just the 2nd chain link. It's kind of tight, it would work, but I'm gonna I'm going to give it just a hair slop, a little slack. Okay, so pull that off, and I'm going to put it on the next one, which is that one, I believe. It's kind of hard to work with this thing on here, and I want to make sure I don't drop it. Boy, I should do it away from the toilet, huh? All right, come on. Okay, mercy. Now, make sure you pull it back where it's supposed to fit. Okay. Now I'm going to hook it again. This is probably easier to do it. I used to have the flapper down here, and once I had the flapper set, I would not take the flapper off anymore, and I would reach down in here and try to do it and hold my mouth just right and all that kind of stuff. And I just didn't like it. It's way easier to do it just how I showed you right there. Now, if this is adjusted properly, it should be about 1 inch from the top, and it is. I don't have to do anything with that. If I did, I take that little set screw right there. There's a set screw on this type. This is a water fill valve. This is from Fluid Master. There's a set screw right there, and all you do, you're just screwing that, and you're adjusting. There's a float that slides up and down on the tree. I call it a tree. And that slides up and down, and then you can adjust the water. If that height is too much, then you screw this to push the ball down a little bit. Then that'll lower the water. If the water needs to come up, you raise the ball up just a little bit. And I've got 1 inch, maybe 7/8 of an inch. I'm good with that. Okay, now I'm going to check it out again before I cut the chain. That's all looking good. And now I've got my cutters here. And for the sake of argument, and I've got the dryer going on, I'm going to just take this out so that you can see what I'm doing. Doing this for your benefit here. Okay? Now I'm going to take the rest of this chain and I'm going to cut it. I'm going to leave maybe 2 little rungs here, okay? So I can cut this and take that out. You know, the last thing you want to do is hold the chain and then you cut it and you're not paying attention and you cut the piece of chain that's holding on your hook. Every time I cut it, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Did I just do that? I don't think I've ever done it, but I could see how it could be easy to do that. It's just that easy, right like that. And I've got the little bit of chain here, so I'm going to make sure to throw that away. Sometimes you get the little pieces in there. You know, it's best to try to pick up all those little pieces, or it could rust in there or whatever. Okay, so now I'm going to try it again and just double check, make sure everything's working fine. And it looks like that's it. Now see, if you've never done that before, you probably just saved yourself a service call from a plumber. And you know how much he would have charged you? Probably to step foot in your house, probably $95 to $125. Then you've got the little flapper. He'll probably charge you $10 for the flapper, and the flapper costs $6, $7 at the store. And you can save that if you buy a 3-pack. And guess what? Next time you have another problem, you say, oh, I can't fix the toilet, I don't know what to do. And you pay somebody to fix this toilet, guess what? When your next toilet has an issue, you're going to call them for that too, aren't you? Because you just didn't know how to fix it yourself. Well, hopefully you've got the confidence now to know that you can do it. Save that money. Come on, I know you can. Just start doing a few of these little things around the house. you'll be good to go. Whoa. Just like that, ready for the next customer. That's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.